Oh hey Billy, is something wrong? A month ago, I began my journey on becoming the greatest game developer, and the video flopped. But I really love survival games like Muck, and because Dani mysteriously disappeared, I decided to make my own. And of course, it all began the same way everything began, with a being and a dream to be a cool being. Then I went to Google, and the first thing I watched was Brachy's tutorial on movement. Thank you Brachy's, you killed it. I set up a small map to test the movement, and it felt good enough for me. But the game still looks like shit. And just like girls, I added makeup called post-processing. Wait. Now that I think about it, makeup is literally post-processing. Now, imagine a world where bags don't exist. Yeah, that sounds like a really bad life. Kind of like mine. So I added an inventory system using Unity's iDraggable and made them have this nice drop effect. For those who are curious, the I in the name stands for interfaces, and they're basically like templates where we can say what a component can do without defining how. And in this case, we know we can move the item, we also know how to move it now. Anyway, I decided to make tools so you can actually, well, do things and like kill stuff, and I added this cool mesh destroyer. And RinFin being RinFin, I of course crashed my PC because I put too many zeros in the mesh destroyer and like lost 4 hours of work. Because kids, please save your projects before doing anything stupid like this. As I was saying, I had to recreate the inventory and tools again, but then I found out about scriptable objects. They're like config files that you can define values for and use it later on. So using them, I made an object script and added to the trees, and you can now hit them. And with a little bit of work, you can now interact with the jobs. I'm also thinking of adding like ore processing and things, but to start off I added a table. And more specifically, a crafting station that you can place down, and made it so you can't place it inside of other objects, because otherwise it would ruin my very serious reputation of a game developer. Oh. But the inventory system is not complete yet. We need to make a crafting system. For the design of it, I used Figma. Don't make the joke. And with scriptable objects, I can easily add recipes, configure them, and check the requirements. So we can actually craft things now. What the f? That reminds me of GregTech. We did all of that, but the game still feels really bland. And I was wondering what I was missing until it hit me. What a wonderful day to be outside. Wait, what is that? Weapons. What is more fun than able to shoot something with a projectile weighing over 3 kilograms that explodes on contact? Yeah, I'm talking about the rocket launcher. And right now you probably are like, whoa, RinFin is such a great modeler. But I didn't make this model. I kind of stole it from Tasty Tony's Sketchfab. You can go check him out, he makes some amazing low poly guns. However, just like me, the rocket launcher model doesn't really compensate on the fact that it isn't doing anything. So I made it shoot the rockets by firstly waiting them to grow out, because I really think that's how they appear. I don't know. Like, don't they like grow on trees and stuff? But anyway, you know that thing where like when you shoot a bullet, then like starts going down? I mean, I guess that's just gravity. Usually in AAA games, a full team of programmers work on it using like complex algorithms to have like realistic bullet drop. But ain't nobody reading a lot. So I just added an accelerating force. How do you even say this word? Like, what the fuck is this word? And made them face the velocity. Work smart, not hard. So there's no denying that game still looks like shit. But I only have like one trump card left that will make it like look less shit. You know what I mean? And Unity is very popular because of it. Particle effects. Now, I'm not really an artist. Actually, I'm not much of anything. But I watched a few tutorials on the topic and can certainly say I'm an expert in this field now. And after countless hours of work, sweat, blood and tears, I made this. I am mending it all. I added to the rockets and to add more oomph to it. Yeah, that's an actual word. I also added screen shake by using the easy camera shake, which is an amazing module to like, well, shake the camera. But anyway, having rocket launchers is cool now, but we have nothing to shoot them at. Meet Billy. He's a character from Karlson that you can bully. And to make this guy, I had to enter maybe the most complex topic I've ever seen. And that is active ragdolls. Active ragdolls are basically like ragdolls, and you can control them, like in Human Fall Flat and Fall Guys. And they make me go, yes. But there's simply like 0 tutorials on the internet, and I'm kind of stupid. So I couldn't exactly figure it out, and I wanted to publish this video as fast as I could. So if this video gets like, I don't know, a bajillion likes, I will make part 2. So I made Billy have physics, and I did that by adding things called bones, which us humans have. And then added joints, and isn't it a coincidence that we have those too? Then I added springiness to those joints and applied an upwards force at the center of the mass. And naturally, of course, I made it so you can throw things at him. Yeah, Billy, Q. And I'm pretty sure after so many times of being bullied, Billy had enough.
Challenge me, mortals! I am here!
So now he's huge. I also had posted this on Dani's subreddit and in my Discord server, link down below by the way. That's where I chat with my amazing community and give sneak peeks and got some cool ideas that I could implement. But first, let me show you the first ability. I took inspiration from Big Chunk because they're basically the same guy and just copied his attack. For the second one, Billy goes in the air, charges a sphere of pure energy and shoots a beam following the player, and right now you can't even make him toggle it off. So I made it so you can only deactivate that stage if you jump up to him and throw a banana. Yeah, you heard me right, a banana. Someone from the subreddit gave me that idea and I thought it would be cool. I mean, I know maybe it won't be as easy for you. After all, I am a true epic gamer. Holy shit, Dani should come back already. Anyway, I made the beam using the line renderer and some sine wave with the scrolling shader. Now, you may be asking like, what the f shaders are? But honestly, I don't know either. Like, all I know is you can connect some fancy boxes, whoop whoop, there, and you create some cool effects. For the part where the beam actually follows the player, I cast a ray and put the second dot of the beam on the hit and do the same for the rest of the particles. And you probably have already noticed, but the RPG's textures are missing. But to add them, I apparently had to do something called baking. No, not that type of baking. Texture baking. What it does is basically renders all the materials beforehand and saves them in one file that you can later use, instead of having to do all the calculations each time. And now that my OCD is cured, I can call it complete. Well, not really. I still have to make the player actually die and actually able to do something. But that's for another day.